Hey guys, so today I'll be showing you how to do some product photography. There's a bunch of different reasons. I currently own a marketing agency. We're here in the headquarters in my office, and I'm using the kitchen right now actually to show you guys this video. I started out with my marketing agency basically hitting up brands asking for some free gear or free product in return for photos and other stuff that they would normally have to pay for. Usually brands are all for this. It helps grow your portfolio, and then eventually down the line you can send it to brands and ask for money instead. So basically going to go through a few different setups here. Going to go through the actual process of making the coffee and then just kind of set up some photos along the way and kind of show the actual process. Today we're going to be showcasing the beans, but I'm also going to be sending these photos and videos to the grinder company and the Chemex company. If you haven't seen a Chemex before, it's really cool. It's a cool way to brew coffee, and it's a really great way to make coffee taste good. So let's get started. All right, so although I'm basically shooting this coffee, it's important to have props when you're shooting some product photography. Today I have a Chemex, a teapot, and then a coffee grinder, all the things you need that would work really well with these premium beans. This is for a new kind of e-commerce supermarket that's gonna be basically super transparent on the prices of their products, and it's all fair trade stuff. So super happy to support a company like this, send them some product shots. So let's get started. First, I'm gonna kind of assemble these into a few different looks before we start actually brewing the coffee. And then we'll get a few shots of me actually brewing the coffee using the props and using the beans themselves. It's really important that you keep the main product up front. That's probably what you're going to be most focused on. You're going to highlight these in the edits. When I organize them, usually those are going to be up front. Maybe I'm going to do one with all the props here. So basically right now we're going to take a few pictures, put it into a few different looks, and then I will see you guys on the editing screen and then show you guys the final edits. Alright guys, so that kind of concludes actually shooting the product. I think it's really important to use the product from beginning to end. In this case, brewing coffee. I used the beans, I ground the beans, and then ended up making some coffee with it. So a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people just get their product, and in this case, they would just shoot the beans in the glass jar. And that's not really what they're looking for when they're looking for product photos. You really want to stand out. Don't be that person that just gets the product and shoots it in the jar. So with that being said, let's jump into the editing room. I will show you a few tricks and how I'll highlight the product. So I will see you guys in the editing room. Let's go. All right guys, so here we are in the editing room. I'm at my house now because I like my big second monitor here. But basically I'm gonna go through a few of these photos, just kind of pick out some of the good ones. Then I'll kind of show you guys how I edit them and what I change on them just to make the product kind of pop out of the photo. So first we have here, this one that I picked out. It's framed up pretty nicely. We're just gonna go into develop here. First thing I always do is lower the highlights, raise the shadows, and then you're gonna hold down Option if you have a Mac, and you're gonna play with the whites. I usually go until almost right before it kind of burns. So if you see that it's like too burnt, you wanna be here where you see no white peeking out. And then for the black, I usually like my blacks to be pretty strong. So I'll let it burn through in some spots. And then you can already see a little bit of a difference. And then we're going to keep playing here with clarity. I'll bump that up a little bit. We'll go in here to the highlights, raise these up a little bit for that white. Lights down low, darks up. And then this one, I like my blacks to be pretty strong, so I'll put that down. Anytime you raise the clarity, you want to bump the vibrance a little bit because it will lose some of that color. So bump this contrast up, and then I'm gonna actually bring the highlights back a little bit because I really want to keep this white here on the label of the coffee.
Awesome. So now I'm gonna go in here and crop this. It depends on really what you're gonna send it to them for. Most of these are gonna be for Instagram, so you're gonna pick the 4x5 crop, and you wanna usually make that a vertical crop, but for this one, I'm gonna keep it horizontal. I might make it a little wider. Straighten it out. Just bring some more detail into them. You can go into here and play with the different colors. Like there's a lot of orange and yellow back here in the background due to the lighting of the building. The light that I have on the actual products is like 5500 Kelvin. So the lighting in the back is more yellow. So you can come in here and mess with those and kind of change the background. I'm going to say some orange would be good. Yeah. Cool. All right, I'm gonna run through some of these other ones. I'm just going to fast forward through them just so you guys can kind of see what edits I'm gonna be doing, and you can play at a slower speed if you would like to see exactly what I'm changing, but you'll see that I'm just trying to emphasize the actual product that I'm trying to highlight here. So let's get right into it. All right, so there you guys have it. I kind of ran through the editing a little bit faster. If you guys want to see some deeper editing and how to use Lightroom and ways to get around things and tips and tricks in Lightroom, go ahead and comment down below that you want to see another video on that. I would love to make more videos on editing in Lightroom. I love it. I don't really use presets too often. I just think that each photo has its own personality, and if you throw the same presets over every photo, you're gonna miss out on a lot of great photos. So with that being said, I will make more editing tutorials on Lightroom if you guys would like to see those. But today, here are the finished photos. Other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Go ahead and start reaching out to some brands. Just offer some free product photography, build your portfolio, so then you can start charging brands for this stuff. And on top of that, I get to keep all of this. So I'm gonna send these photos to Chemex, the coffee bean company, and that grinder company for the beans. So if you like this, go ahead and like it below, subscribe to my channel because I will be releasing more stuff, and I'm totally open making videos on what you guys wanna see. So go ahead and comment any suggestions below. Thank you guys and have a killer day.